We are live. Welcome everyone to the Adonis Podcast. Guys, Maria Giangrande is officially back. Over a year later since our last dispute, she is fucking back. So, let me explain everything that's going on. So, if you've been keeping up with me, you know the story of last year. Last year, there was basically this creator on TikTok that I used to hop on her live stream and trolled her. She eventually invited me to do a live stream with her. Within that live stream, she and her friends basically ganged up on me and tried to embarrass me and make fun of me. They repeatedly would kick me out of the live stream or mute my microphone. At the very end of the live stream, this was about an hour after we had started streaming, Mari decided to start telling a lie about me. So here's the thing. Mari is friends with Ashley Pearl, who's someone who used to go to FSU, who is also someone that I've had prominent issues with throughout the years. So Mari being Ashley's friend, since Ashley has already tried to take me down and failed, Mari decided that she was going to go ahead and have a go at it. So at the very end of the live stream, she muted my microphone and basically said, "Hey, what's this? I hear that, my best friend is on some list of yours and you're weird." Then she kicks me out of the live stream and basically tells her followers that I was some weirdo and a psychopath. She's even gone as far as to imply that I'm going to murder people. Because here's the thing, the list that she's talking about is the jerk-off list. But when Mari's talking about the jerk-off list on her live stream, she doesn't call it the jerk-off list, she calls it the pew-pew list, insinuating that I'm planning to kill those people. Matter of fact, just yesterday, she implied that I'm planning a murder over Instagram. She's blowing this whole thing out of proportion, and the reason why she's doing that is because the truth has finally come out, and it has made her look like the pathetic snake and idiot that she is. So this is her last desperate attempt for a grasp of air. She is trying desperately to turn this around on me, but honestly, I don't even care, because the more she talks about me, the more she tries to make herself seem innocent when she's the one who started this shit in the first place. The more lies she tells when I've already proven that she's a fucking liar, the more of an idiot she makes herself look. Give me 1 second. This is an important message. Okay. So here's what happened. So to summarize, basically what Maria was saying is that I was a weirdo who made a jerk-off list, but she calls it the pew-pew list instead, or the murder list. And she's also saying that she originally said that the reason why I was banned from FSU was because of the jerk-off list, but that's not the case. And I've already broken this down. I got trespassed from FSU for simply carrying around an Annabelle doll, and I have proof of this. I have proof that the only reason I got trespassed from that school was because of the whole doll prank. And I've uploaded that proof to my Instagram before. I'm going to re-upload it later to just throw it out there. So I got trespassed from FSU, not because of any rivalries I had going on, or not because I actually did something wrong or weird, if you want to call it that, but because people were complaining that there was a man walking around with a doll on campus. And I'm not even mad about it. See, I don't go to FSU, I never have. That's another thing that Mari got wrong, is she said I was a student at FSU. No, I'm not. I never was, and I never will be. I wasn't pissed that I got trespassed necessarily, because I already wasn't on campus on a regular basis, so it makes no difference to me whether or not I'm allowed to go on campus. What I was pissed about was the fact, just the stupidity of the whole situation. What I was pissed about is how antagonistic the school's police force got by showing up to my job, by going after my friends, by coming to my house, all over a stupid prank. That's what I was pissed up about. That's what I got riled up about. But the whole trespass thing, like I said, I wasn't on campus on a very regular basis, so me going from campus almost never to now I'm legally not allowed to be on campus doesn't really make a difference to me. And I'm not part of FSU. I've never been a part of FSU. I never intend to be. I'm still 100% against them. That place is a Democratic cult. So Mario obviously got her facts wrong. Whether she got her facts wrong or if she was lying just to make me look bad, the point is originally she said that I got trespassed for the jerk-off list, which was not the case. Matter of fact, the jerk-off list happened maybe a month or two after the whole Annabelle case, so the two events had nothing to do with each other whatsoever. Now she's saying that the reason why I got trespassed from FSU is because I threatened to shoot up the school. That is absolutely not true, and thanks to Mari, I now know who started the rumor that I was going to shoot up the school. Because last year, an anonymous account had posted that I had stated, let me clarify, I did not actually state this, but this anonymous account had stated that I specifically said that I was going to shoot up the school. And then, coincidentally, exactly a week after that was posted, Phoenix Eichner marched down to campus and actually shot up the school. I had no idea who was behind this account, but now Mari's telling people that I got trespassed for shooting up the school. I don't know where she even got that from. But now I have a pretty good idea that it was probably Mari or Ashley who started that rumor that I was going to shoot up the school in the first place. So thank you, Mari, for fucking snitching on yourself. So anyway, after that whole dispute, Mari blocked me, or so I thought she did. I went on about my way. I kept podcasting. I've had a couple situations because of this business that I'm in, it often invites a lot of bad people into my circle, people who disagree with me, whether it's because they disagree with me politically or because I'm calling out someone and that's a friend of theirs or them personally. It's very common for people to try and come after me. I'm very used to it. So I've had my own shit to deal with. I've had to deal with that. Last year was pretty rough. Going into 2026, it was kind of rough. And then things got a little better. Here's the thing. All the attacks, there was like a period of time where I kept getting attacked nonstop every single day. I mean, these people have got to my house, have got to my job, and come after my friends. They were tenacious with it. And then out of nowhere, it just stopped. Like, I didn't dial back the podcasting. I didn't dial back my language. I didn't stop doing anything that I was doing. But out of nowhere, people just stopped. Like, I guess they realized that I wasn't going to give up, so they gave up. I don't know. But I'm grateful for it because in that time period that I was getting attacked, I'll admit, it was fucking annoying. And now that I don't have to deal with these people, showing up to my house and whatnot and threatening me and whatnot, I finally got some downtime to focus on myself. I've been able to grow the podcast. I've been able to improve. I've been able to get some studying done. Then recently, my friend Jaden hopped on my podcast to discuss a few things. One of the things that we did discuss is he mentioned that he had come across Mari on his TikTok feed. Like, it seems like the TikTok algo is pushing her out there now because she just popped up in his feed. And he joined her live stream and he screen recorded himself doing so. And he asked her, "Do you know Adonis?" And she said no. And he mentioned that he could tell that she was lying. Obviously, she's lying. We have an hour-long TikTok stream together. She definitely knows who I am. But I'm not surprised because that's what she does. She lies. She's a fucking liar. She lies for views. She lies to change the narrative, to convince people that she's not a bad person when she in fact is. So that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. So we hop on the podcast and we're talking about it. I said, very recently, like probably within the past month or so, Mari has started to pop up in my feed as well, like the algorithm. It's very rare that she does, but every now and then when I'm scrolling on TikTok, I'll either see that she's going live or I'll see like a video she posted. And I said to Jaden on the podcast, you can go back and listen to it, I said, I was at first weirded out by that because I was pretty sure she blocked me. So either she didn't block me and I was mistaken, or maybe she unblocked me. And Jaden mentioned probably Mari wants more views, because here's the thing. Jaden used to join her live streams back when I used to troll her. And he mentioned that back then when I was trolling her in her comment section, she would get thousands of views. But then recently, when he was in her live stream, he mentioned that she had stated that she had been going live for about 30 minutes. And she only had, I think by the time he left the live stream, she only had about 28 viewers or something like that. It was significantly lower. And something that we discussed is that, when Mari goes live, she doesn't really do anything. All these other TikTok creators, they do get readies with me's. They talk about, like, if you're a music artist, they talk about their music album. Like, they're actually doing something. Mari just kind of sits there and stares at the camera and just answers questions. Like, she just sits there like this. Hi, welcome in. How tall am I? I'm 5'2". Thank you, Kevin, for the heart me. Like, after about 5 minutes of watching this shit, you get absolutely bored. So what made it entertaining is when people would troll her in her comment section, and then she would absolutely crash the fuck out. That's what made it entertaining, and I think that's why people were watching her. And Jaden mentioned to me, he said, she probably is hoping that you'll rejoin her live stream and start trolling her again so that she can get her viewers back up, because she probably realizes, like, oh shit, I need viewers. And I, at the time, did not realize that this episode was going to be foreshadowing the future. Because just yesterday, Mari texted me quite a few times, and in one of her texts, she asked me to join her live stream. So it looks like Jaden was 100% correct. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving her more views. She doesn't need any views. Besides, if I join her live stream, she's just gonna mute me so that I can't speak and defend myself. She's just gonna kick me out so that she can keep spreading lies about me, and I don't have the ability to stick up for myself and tell my side of the story. The other thing that foreshadowed the future that I did not realize at the time, so in this episode with Jaden, I mentioned to Jaden said to me, well, what do you think is going to happen if you rejoin your live stream? Mari's, He asked me, what do you think is going to happen if you were to rejoin Mari's live stream? And I told Jaden, well, first of all, I have no interest in joining Mari's live stream because she's already proven that she's a snake and a cunt. But secondly, if I did, considering the fact that Mari is hell-bent on making me look like a psychopath, and considering the fact that she's also a drama-seeking bitch, she'd probably try to say that I'm stalking her or something and, go to the cops. And I said, I don't think that's going to fall through because, she's not the first girl who's tried to do that. And, it can be very easily proven. If I'm already unblocked or wasn't even blocked in the first place, and I happen to come across her, if I decide to join her live stream, that's not stalking. There's nothing illegal about that. But I figured that, if Mari and I ever crossed paths again, she'd probably go to the police. And I was correct, because she's now going to the police to report me. For what exactly, I have no idea, because that's something that I spoke to her about last night. I kept asking her multiple times what exactly it was that she was reporting me for, and she wouldn't or couldn't tell me. So anyway, last night I was on TikTok, just scrolling my feed. I have to say, the TikTok algorithm has changed quite a bit. It almost reminds me when I was in high school, during towards the end of COVID, when, Charli D'Amelio was going viral, and there was a time frame, I'd say early 2020s TikTok. It seemed that everyone was genuinely happy and just using TikTok to have fun and just have a good time. Now TikTok is filled with a lot of brain rot. Now TikTok is filled with a lot of dumb people doing dumb things just for the sake of getting attention. A lot of it's very, repetitive. There are days where I get on TikTok and I see a bunch of different girls doing the exact same dance trend. No originality whatsoever. And that's one of the most annoying things about TikToks is that the viral sounds are often very annoying songs, or in the rare instance that they do choose a song that's actually good, it often gets tiring because you hear that song over and over and over and over again because these white girls, they get on TikTok and they create these dances and they do the same dance over and over and over again to the same song, and you're watching the same shit, different face. Same shit, different face. And they're all white girls. And I'm like, bruh, this is fucking annoying. But lately, when I've been going on TikTok, aside from the stuff that, like I watch, I've been seeing, like, carnivals. I've been seeing people getting ready for summer. I've been seeing people, like, making remixes and whatnot. Like, what's trending doesn't seem to be like dumbass TikTok trends or people just begging for attention, being attention whores. It seems like I said, it's almost like when we went back in time. Like now everyone is excited to, like everyone's looking forward to summer basically, and everyone just seems happy. Like yeah, they're recording themselves and putting themselves on the internet, but I don't get the sense that they're doing it for views or they're doing it because they're desperate for popularity. They're just posting themselves because they're having a good time and they want to share their energy with the world. And I'm like, I miss this. Like, I miss this era. Where did this era go? So I'm scrolling for a bit, right? And then out of fucking nowhere, Mari's livestream shows up on my screen. And usually if Mari does pop up on my feed, I just scroll past her. This time she actually caught my attention because she was talking about me on her livestream. So, yesterday, I re-uploaded episode 2 of the Adonis Podcast. So basically episode 2 is basically the live stream that I did with Mari, which I had already well aware to her. Mari's well aware of this. I had already screen recorded it, and I had posted it on my podcast, but when this podcast first came out, it was audio only. And so I decided to re-upload it, but with the visuals, because I still had the full live stream saved on my device. But, I've become, at first I was distracted with all these rivalries and I had some legal cases to handle and I had a lot of shit going on. And then once I got all that shit sorted out, I was kind of more focused on myself. If you've been paying attention, most of my latest episodes, they've been about like politics. I've been doing movie reviews, stuff like that. I'm collabing with some people, some other podcasters actually, more on that later. I'm making some plans as well to help growing my podcast because I really believe in what I'm doing. I really believe in the message that I'm spreading. So, like I said, more on that later. So, I had that recording saved to my device and completely forgot about it. And yesterday, as I was going through my files, I came across it again and I was like, yeah, I intended to re-upload this, but with the visual so that you don't just hear, but you actually see what's going on. And I also intended to clip it because that's what I do. This is my process. When I'm podcasting, I usually live stream it on a site like Rumble or Kick or Instagram Live. After it's been live streamed, it then gets uploaded to my YouTube channel and my Spotify channel. And from there, it gets clipped and it gets put on various sorts of social media, usually Instagram, mostly Instagram, but it also goes to other platforms like Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, things of that nature. Like, that is, like, I literally have a whole process for this. So, I figure, alright, since I'm thinking about this now, let me go ahead and let me upload that podcast episode or live stream, because it's really not my podcast. It's like I was on someone else's stream. Anyway, I uploaded it to my YouTube channel. It's called the Visual Re-Upload. And then I clipped it and I posted it to my Instagram. And it got back to Mari, and Mari got all riled up about it. And see, here's the thing. I didn't even say anything bad about her. Matter of fact, I barely said anything at all. So there's a total of 3 videos where I had said anything at all in the captions. Most of the videos I just uploaded without captions at all. So there's 3 captions, right? The first caption said, this is Mari or something to that effect. Just basically letting the audience know who the girl was that I was streaming with. Because I spoke about this recently. Because I have another rival who had made a video about me, but she didn't bother to tag me or anything. And people had called her out in the comments that, it's kind of bitchy on her part to be talking about other people and then not tag them at all. Just talk shit and, basically kind of trying to hide it from them. Mari doesn't have the option to get tagged or mentioned or any of that. Something with her Instagram settings, she doesn't allow other people to basically talk about her. So I had to just put her name in the description without actually tagging her or anything like that. Because I don't talk shit about people behind their back. If I'm going to talk shit about you, I'm going to say it to your face. Or if I'm not going to say it to your face, I'm at least going to say it publicly so that you're fully aware that I'm talking shit about you. So I basically said that, so the first caption said, this is Maria. The second caption on another video said, you can watch the full video on my YouTube channel, which is Adonis Podcasting. And then the third video, while Mari was in the video, the caption itself wasn't about her. The caption was about her friend Alex, who lives down in Miami, Florida. And I was calling him out because he explicitly threatened to harm me. Go ahead and take a listen.
Yo, wait, so he stays in Florida in Tallahassee?
Yes.
Because he's not safe in Florida anymore.
He needs to take those little horror movies and shove it so far up
that it ends up in his throat. Yo, wait,
So Alex clearly wants to cause bodily harm to me. Because if you say you're not safe anymore, he's not safe anymore, that's a fucking threat. If I was walking on the side of the road and you came up to me and you're like, you're not safe anymore, I'd probably think you're about to shoot me or do something. I'd probably punch you in the face out of fear that you're about to pull out a handgun and shoot me or something. And see, here's the other thing too. I'm actually moving to Miami in the next couple weeks to a month. More on that later as well. And Alex lives down in Miami. Now, I doubt I'm going to run into him because, number one, Miami's a pretty big city. It's not a small town, so it's unlikely that you're going to be running into people that you know on a regular fucking basis. Number two, Alex is a faggot. And I don't hang out in places where there's a lot of faggotry. So the chances of me actually running into Alex, despite the fact that we'll be living in the same city, is, I would say, very slim to none. But just in case, I put that out there, and I had already made all these statements back when we did this live stream, but I basically said that, if I get hurt or fucking murdered, Alex should be the authorities' number one suspect, considering the fact that he was in a live stream on camera and explicitly stated that I wasn't safe in Florida anymore. Alex is a fucking bitch. I don't think he's actually going to do anything. I think he's all just talk. I think he's just running his mouth because he wants Mari to suck his little micro penis. But regardless, if he actually wants to go through with his threats, if he tries to hurt me, or if anyone, for that matter, tries to physically hurt me, I will defend myself by shooting them in their fucking head. So I'm not worried about that guy at all. So back to the whole TikTok thing. So I'm scrolling on my TikTok feed, right? Before that, so those were all the captions. I just mentioned all the captions that were on my Instagram, right? So I didn't actually say anything bad about Mari. Here's the thing. The video, the live stream, makes Mari look bad because in the live stream, whether you're watching clips of it on Instagram or whether you're watching the full version of it on YouTube, you can clearly see that Mari's basically trying to antagonize me. She's attempting to, humiliate me. She's bringing in other people into the live streams to kind of gang up on me, which they didn't stand a fucking chance. I mean, I literally 1v3'd. It was Mari, Alex, and some other guy whose name I already don't remember. They're all insignificant, so it really doesn't fucking matter. But they're all trying to insult me. They're all trying to make fun of me because I only have 84 followers or something like that. They're trying so fucking hard to basically make fun of me publicly for the rest of the audience, and it's not working. And then I start making fun of them, and I'm actually really good at insulting people and calling out things that are actually true, because that's literally what I do on this podcast, is I expose the truth, and I expose people like Mari who are fucking snakes, who are fucking fake, who are lying, conniving little bitches. And then as soon as I started making a point, they would either kick me off the live stream or they would mute my microphone. And then at the very end, this is where it really gets bad. At the very end, when Mari starts talking shit about me and exaggerating what's been going on between me and Florida State and just me and my circle of drama in general, she literally at first muted me, but then kicked me off the podcast, not the podcast, the live stream altogether. And she did this so that I could not defend myself, because she knew that if I let her talk, or that if she let me talk, that I would prove her wrong. She knew that. And she knew that I would make her look like an idiot. She knew that I would expose her. So she had to make sure that I was physically incapable of calling her out on her bullshit. So I didn't need to put a caption. I didn't need to say anything bad about her. All I had to do was upload the fucking video. It's like that scene from the new season of The Boys. If you haven't seen season 5 of The Boys, in the very first episode. So for those of you who haven't seen The Boys is basically the superhero show where the superheroes are actually supervillains. The main one being Homelander. Somewhere in the show, Homelander doesn't save a falling plane just because he doesn't feel like it, and he threatens to laser the passengers to death. And then this becomes very critical in the show because the good guys who are framed as the bad guys, they're trying to expose that to the world too. The whole concept of the show is that the boys are trying to expose Homelander and all the superheroes for who they really are. So while Homelander is at some convention giving a speech, it plays on the big screen and everyone sees the video of Homelander on the plane, and he says, "Stay back or I'm gonna laser every fucking one of you, goddammit." And he gets exposed. They didn't have to say anything bad about Homelander. They didn't say, "Oh yeah, he's a fraud." They just showed you the proof. That's exactly what I did. I didn't say anything bad about Mari, at least not in this instance. I wasn't even trying to shame her or whatever. I literally just posted it because I was like, oh hey, I was supposed to post this a year ago, and I did it. Let me go ahead and do that now before I forget again and another year goes by. I didn't say anything about it. I didn't put any captions. I just posted the video. And because of the way Mari's acting, you can clearly see who's actually has a bad agenda. And so Mari's freaking out because it's basically like a Homelander situation. She's being exposed not because I said anything about her, but because I uploaded proof showing exactly what kind of person she is. Alright, so I'm on TikTok, right? I'm scrolling on TikTok. I'm watching carnival videos. I'm watching videos of people dancing. And these were actual talented dancers, not that gay TikTok shit. I'm actually enjoying the TikTok feed. There's catchy remixes playing. I'm like, holy shit, this is nice. And then boom, Mari livestream shows up. Recommended live for you, Mari's livestream. I'm like, oh shit, it's Mari again. Then I hear what she's saying. I'm like, wait a minute, I think this is about me. And this was only a few hours after I had uploaded all those clips and whatnot. And I'd already speculated that it was going to get back to her anyway. So, I'm going to upload what I caught on my Instagram later. But for now, for those of you watching this live stream, go ahead and listen to this.
Yeah, I do know that he's very. I know the word that you're gonna say. Yeah, but still, if he's threatening you, and moving to Miami, probably because you're moving to Miami, I would low-key tell the authorities. I think I am gonna go to the authorities. I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know if you realize, but all of the posts are mainly about me, and it's him. I haven't even mentioned. Those posts are about you. Yeah, and I haven't even mentioned anything. But I have a picture of the quote-unquote pew pew list, and I'm on it, and one of my best friends is on it. Why does he have that though? Because he got he got bananaed from campus, and because he said that he was going to pew the school.
Oh, wait, he lives in Miami, which is where I'm coincidentally moving to.
No, bro,
Who's Alex?
Bro, he literally lit. What do you remember Alex, like the one that used to come around, like in my streams a lot?
Maybe.
Yeah, I have his face too. He's basically planning a like URDER over social media.
And you're in it?
Yeah.
You gotta tell the cops, bro. You can't. You have to.
Yeah, I gotta go to authorities. I hope that he's
even if it is like just like even if he's trolling, like it's better safe than sorry, and we do not want to be sorry in this situation.
I hope that he's watching my stream right now, so that way he knows that I'm going to be going to the authorities, Adonis.
Yeah, low-key, if he joins, like, let him know. I mean, or don't, honestly, just...
I'm gonna pin that.
Do you have enough, like, of his information to be able to, like, tell them anything? Because I don't know what they'd be able to do about it if he, like... If it's just, like, an online thing right now, but...
Okay, this is so weird.
This is so scary. Can you send me a picture of the...
I can...
list?
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, I pretty much just went on my way and kept going back to my usual feed. It's so funny because this is actually the second time this week that someone's been talking about me, and coincidentally, it popped up on my feed. Like, no hashtags, no one mentioning me in the comments or nothing. It just coincidentally popped up on my feed as they're talking shit about me, which I'm going to talk about the other girl who's talking shit about me at the end of the episode, but the universe is in my favor. Okay, so there's two things that Mari lied about, primarily. She tells a lot of lies. She lies every single day that she's alive, but the primary things is she's now saying that, in her own words, he got bananaed, which is, she says bananaed instead of banned, I don't know why, from campus because he threatened to pew the school. Nope. I did not get trespassed for threatening to shoot up anything or anybody or any location. Like I said, I have proof of this. I have a recording of the police telling me that I was getting trespassed for the Annabelle doll, which I will upload later. And then the other thing that she said, see, she talks a lot of code words, and I don't know if it's because she's afraid of getting banned off of TikTok, or if she's hoping that me and my followers are too stupid to catch up on what she's saying. But then she said he's planning a MUDRDER over Instagram. What does that spell? Murder. I'm not planning a murder over Instagram. And if I was planning a murder, why would I be dumb enough to post about it on Instagram? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, if you actually want to become a murderer or a serial killer or any kind of criminal, really, you wouldn't post about it online, because that's the number one way that a potential criminal gets caught by the authorities. There was actually a situation down in the FIU University. There was a student who said she made a bomb threat on WhatsApp, and she got arrested for it. And there's like this whole feud on social media. People are saying, well, that's not fair because WhatsApp, there's end-to-end encryption. Let me just say this and we're going to get back to the main topic. Nothing you do online is private. Not your bank account information, not your private messages. None of it's private. You have a digital footprint that stays with you permanently. Everything that you're doing on your phone or your tablet or your computer or your TV screen, it's all being monitored by your Wi-Fi provider. It's all being monitored by the government. WhatsApp famously, they've been famous for leaking messages regardless. And as far as end-to-end encryption, there's no such thing. No such thing as end-to-end encryption. So you shouldn't be making bomb jokes or bomb threats in the first place. But to go on WhatsApp, like out of all the apps you could have messaged people on, you chose to go to WhatsApp. which is literally the #1 app known for leaking private messages. And you said that you wanted someone to drop a bomb somewhere. I don't remember the exact details of the conversation. Yeah, you're just asking to go to jail. You are literally begging to go to jail. So Mari's going to the cops now. She wants to go to the cops. She's got to report me to the authorities. For what crime exactly? I don't know. Because if she's going to go to the cops and say that, like, I'm planning to murder her or murder people or whatnot, I mean, the cops are going to look at my Instagram, and there's nothing on there about me murdering people or causing any kind of physical harm. In the rare instance that I'm talking about self-defense, because, people do threaten me sometimes, I'll talk about, fighting back in self-defense. But other than that, I don't talk about hurting people in a physical sense. I don't talk about getting violent. I certainly don't talk about killing people. So by her going to the cops and reporting me, she's only going to make herself look like an idiot. And that's when her conversation comes in. So Mari reached out to me directly. She texted me off of Instagram. I have the screenshots uploaded to my Instagram as well. She said, "Why are you posting my videos from when I was streaming, and why are you talking about me every day, Adonis? It's weird fucking behavior, and you're a strange individual human being. I will be going to the authorities about this. You're genuinely odd." Okay, so I guess she wanted to just talk shit about me on her live stream, and when it's my turn to talk shit back, I'm not even talking shit back. I'm literally just uploading recordings of what she said while I was in her live stream. Like, do you think the world is your doormat? Do you genuinely think that you can just go around talking shit and doing whatever you want to people and spreading lies and expect no form of retaliation whatsoever? Like, she's using the excuse of, "Oh, I haven't spoken about him in like a year." Okay, what does that have to do with anything? So I texted her back. I said, "For what crime? If anything, I should be suing you for defamation. You're in your mid-20s. Get a life, bitch." Because here's the thing. Mari's in her mid-20s. I don't know how old she is exactly, but she's somewhere between 23 and 25. She still lives with her mother, and she spends a majority of her time doing TikTok live streams where she just sits and looks at the camera and answers dumbass questions and does this stupid shit called live battles. She's got nothing. It's very clear she's got nothing going in her life. And yeah, I could easily sue her for all she's worth with a defamation lawsuit. From her telling people that I had plans to shoot at the school, from her now implying that I'm going to murder people, from her saying that, I'm a creep and a stalker and all these horrible things. I mean, she literally just did a whole live stream where she was basically blowing this whole situation out of proportion to make me look like the bad guy. In reality, in an attempt to get back at me, she's only hurting herself. That's something that I've been talking about lately with my friends, is I said to them, I've noticed that every single person who is like hell-bent on revenge, who is hell-bent on getting back at people, including people who have tried to come after me, they only hurt themselves in the process. She's only hurting herself. She's only making herself look like the bigger idiot. Like I said, I could easily sue her ass for defamation because she has spread countless lies about me, and I have proof of all of it because she herself posted it on the fucking internet. But I prefer to get my hands dirty. I prefer to shine a bright spotlight and shame people for their actions versus quietly going to court and settling for some money. This is much more entertaining. This teaches them a harder lesson. I prefer to get my hands dirty and do things this way. So she responded, "For what crime? Maybe your jerk-off list that you have." So funny, on her TikTok, she calls it the pew-pew list, murder list, shooting list, whatever you want to call it. But then when she's talking to me directly, she's actually upfront and honest and calls it the jerk-off list, which is what it is. Then she says, "I am in my mid-20s and I am very successful. Seems like your only success is from posting and talking about me, not gonna lie." So I responded, "How is that a crime? Is it suddenly illegal to masturbate?" And actually, no, I rarely talk about you. I just happened to clip that stream today. She said, nah, bruh, you've been posting about me for a minute now, bro. She can't even spell properly. What kind of grammar is that? Nah, bruh, you've been posting about me for a minute now. Did you just wake up and decide to be a hoodlum rat or something? What the fuck is this? Get into my stream and we'll handle this. How about that? Since you have people from your Instagram joining my streams also. That last sentence, people from my Instagram are joining her streams, that's probably the only truthful thing she said all day. But that was honestly hilarious. I'm actually kind of curious. I kind of want to know, which I can't ask her directly because all she'll do is lie about it. But I want to know how that went. Like, how many people were joining her live stream? Was it anyone that I actually knew? Or was it just people who now follow my account? Like, what's up with that? But I said to her, nah, I'm good. You were just begging for views. And she said, oh, I don't need views, hon. And why are you on TikTok, cunt? So I responded to her claim that I've been posting about her for a minute, and I said, are you calling me a liar? Because last I checked, that was your role, not mine. And even if I was always talking about you, where's the crime? You say you're going to the authorities, and you still haven't mentioned what the crime is. Bro, here's the thing. Everybody talks about everybody. People say good things about people. People say bad things about people. People talk about other people publicly, privately, in person, on the internet. Even people who don't gossip as much, everyone still gossips to some degree. It's a part of life. Everybody talks about everybody. That's not a fucking crime. So now she's saying, having pictures of knives and such on your Instagram and having this weird obsession with posting about me could lead to me filing a restraining order from you, and that could be a crime. This bitch is getting stupider and stupider by the minute. I've had this profile up of me holding a knife for months now because it looks cool as fuck. It has nothing to do with anybody. Maybe that's where she's making the connection that I'm gonna murder people on the jerk-off list or whatever crazy asinine shit she's trying to say. But the whole profile picture, I did not post that and I was like, oh yeah, this'll show her. Bro, I posted it because it's fucking awesome. It looks badass. That has nothing to do with anything. I don't know why she's trying to say that it does. And the whole thing of like, oh, I'm going to file a restraining order and that could be a crime. So let's break down the whole restraining order thing. Actually, let me finish reading this out. So this is the final thing I said to her. I said, there's nothing illegal about any of that. And if you manage to get a restraining order on me, it will be pointless because I have zero intentions of going anywhere near a nasty skank like you. So, here's the thing, guys. Mari lives all the way up in New Jersey. I live down in Florida. I've been in Florida my entire life. I've been all over Florida. I've moved to different cities. I grew up in Jacksonville. I lived in Miami and Fort Lauderdale for a short amount of time. I'm about to move back to that area. I've lived in Tallahassee for a minute. I've moved to, I've been in Gainesville. I've been to Orlando. I've been to basically everywhere in Florida. I've even been to the smaller cities like Monticello or Niceville. I've been literally, I think I'm one of the few people that could say I've been in basically every, both major and minor city in the state of Florida. I know this state like the back of my fucking hand. I have no intentions to go to New Jersey anytime in the near future. She lives all the way up in New Jersey. Why the fuck would I be running into her in New Jersey? Why would I go out of my way to go to New Jersey and track her down? Bro, I got better shit to do than go to New Jersey and go looking for this useless cunt. She's destroying herself. I don't need to go up there to destroy her. She's destroying herself as it is. She herself is making herself miserable. She's in her mid-20s and still hoeing around and sucking dick and doing nothing with her life. She graduated from college like a few years ago, and what has she done with that degree? Oh, she sits on TikTok all day and talks to strangers. There is nothing, bro, this is the most asinine, useless cunt in all of humanity. I don't need to go out of my way to make her look bad. She's doing that all by herself. So what was I getting at? Oh, yeah, the whole restraining order things. So the way a restraining order works, you can't just walk into the police station or into the courtroom and demand a restraining order on anyone just because you feel like it. You have to have a valid reason, and you have to show proof of your concerns, whether they're threatening you or whether they've actually caused physical harm to you in the past. You actually have to have a valid reason to get a restraining order on somebody. You can't just walk into the courtroom and say to the judge, hey, I need a restraining order on this guy because he keeps talking about me on his podcast. That's not how that works. So I would have to actually do something to her, first of all, most likely something criminal, which I haven't done, so she'd actually be unsuccessful in getting a restraining order against me. Secondly, if they get a restraining order, that does not mean I go to jail. What happens is they're going to file a restraining order, and then the police are going to deliver that restraining order to me personally, and they're going to inform me of the restraining order, they're going to inform me of the details, they're going to give me the reason, all that shit. When the restraining order has officially been filed, what happens is, if I go near that person within, there's like a certain amount of distance, then I get arrested and I get sent to prison. Like I said, I have no intentions of going anywhere near that miserable skag, so I don't need to worry about getting a restraining order. Like, if she managed to get a restraining order, which she can't because I haven't done anything to her, it would do literally nothing for anybody. It would be a waste of time on her end, and it would be a waste of time on the court's end, because I have no intentions of going out of my way to see her. The chances of me ever running into her in person are slim to none, because we live in different states, we have different social circles, we literally have nothing to do with each other whatsoever. The only time we really overlap is online, and that's it. Which I don't even directly engage with her. I rarely even talk about her. She's the one who reached out to me. She's the one who texted me. I ain't texted her first, she texted me. I was just posting clips from a stream that her and I were both in. And I wasn't even doing that to kind of make her look bad or anything. No, I clip various episodes of all my podcast episodes that I put out, or collabs I do with people, so that people can watch it and people will follow my account and people will go watch the podcast. If the situation that you yourself created makes you look like the scumbag that you are, that's not my problem, that's your problem, bitch. So then, she goes back to lying, right? She's saying that, oh, you've been talking to me about a minute. It seems like your whole page is about me. Now, what I posted yesterday was about me, because I typically spend my days clipping one episode. Everything that I post on YouTube is about an hour long, so it takes me quite a while to edit it and clip it down. And what I do is I look for the most captivating parts, like the eye catchers, and upload them online. So, hang on. I gotta pull this up. Okay. So, a lot of times the shit that I post about, if I'm talking about one particular subject, what I'm posting online tends to be about that one particular subject. In this instance, I was posting and clipping the stream that both me and Mari were in together. And so, all my posts for that day, there were like 10 posts or something, ended up being about me and Mari. And why is she so riled up that people are posting about her anyway? She's very desperate for views. I mean, she is such a fucking attention whore. It is so obvious. It's very clear she wants to be famous. For what reason, I don't know. It's very clear that she wants views, she wants likes, she wants status, she wants followers. Here's what I've noticed. She wants people to love her. She's actually very similar to Homelander. Because Homelander's whole identity is he's a superhero because he wants people to think that he's a good person, even though he's a narcissistic supervillain. Homelander, if you talk bad about him, he will laser you to death. I mean, look what happened to A-Train. A-Train just started calling him a coward, and Homelander snapped his fucking neck. Homelander does not like being talked shit about. Homelander does not like people who don't support him. Starlight went after him, and she's actively trying to expose him. So instead of letting her talk shit, Homelander framed her for the murder of A-Train. Now, Mari isn't some lunatic with superpowers going around murdering people, but she is narcissistic, and she does try to twist the narrative, and she does lie to try and twist the narrative to make herself look like the innocent one, to make herself look like the victim, to make herself look like she's not the one starting shit in these situations. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, you can go back on my YouTube, or you can go on my Instagram and watch clips from that live stream that I was in with Mari, and you can watch them mute me so I can't talk, and then proceed to talk shit about me and say all these asinine things and whatnot. One sec. Yo, what's up, Chico? Yeah. I'm in the middle of a live stream. Just a heads up. Alright, so where was I? So if you have a presence online, especially the more popular you get, the more people are going to talk about you, the more people are going to post about you, the more people are going to praise you or talk shit about you. I mean, that's literally how people get famous in the first place. People get famous from posting on social media and, you know, going out to social events and or interacting with people, or, you know, if they have a podcast, if they make music, whatever it is that they do that makes them famous. But a person's fame primarily comes from word of mouth. It comes from people telling their friends about you. It comes from people posting about you online. It comes from other accounts clipping your content and posting it on their accounts. That's exactly how Clavicular got famous. That's exactly how Aiden Ross got famous. That's how mostly everyone got famous. Because back in the day, you know, Michael Jackson got famous through word of mouth and through the press and whatnot. Now that we have the internet, people get famous not because they themselves are posting on Instagram, but they get famous because other people screenshot their accounts and share it to their accounts, or other people clip their live streams and share it. It's the nature of the game. Everything that you post on Instagram or on the internet, unless you don't want to be like this viral creator and you have a private account and it's just for you and your friends, everything's public and people are going to post about it. That's just the nature of the game. And Mari doesn't seem to have a problem with people posting about her, but when people are talking shit about her, or in my case, when people are posting about a situation that makes her look bad because it exposes her true colors and it exposes what's behind the mask, then she wants it taken down. Then she wants to lie and twist the narrative to make it seem like I'm a fucking murderer. I'm a murderer now, believe it or not. And by the way, Mari, thank you for reminding me of the jerk-off list. You know, it was on my old account, and that account got banned not because of the jerk-off list. That jerk-off list was literally pinned to the top of the profile for months, but I'm very used to getting banned from platforms and having to create new accounts because I'm very controversial, and sometimes I go overboard with what I say. But I forgot I had this. Now it's re-uploaded. So thank you, Mari, for reminding me of that. And look at that. You're right at the top with your friend Ashley Pearl. I'm sure you'll appreciate that. Hey, you can't jerk off to me. I know I'm in bikinis and showing my ass cheek to the camera all the time and wearing practically nothing. And I know I'm a fucking 20-something-year-old hoe. But hey, don't jerk off to me. That's illegal. Masturbation is illegal. Every fucking guy on the planet does it, but you can't do it to me. Please don't tell people you masturbate to me. That's illegal. Please stop. Here's the thing. I'm actually friends with some of the girls that are on the jerk-off list. Like, we talk about it and we laugh at it. But then there's the exception when some people, like Mari and her little pathetic circle of friends, they are sensitive fucking Sallies, and they just have to find something to whine about. Adonis jerks off to me. Bro, what do you think the people in your live stream are doing? Do you really think people are joining your live streams to just sit there and stare at you while you stare at them back? No, I can guarantee you probably 95 to 99% of the people in your live streams are men jerking off to your face, imagining that cum getting all up in your eyes. So, okay, now I remember what I was going to do. So Mari's now claiming that basically my whole page is about her and I only talk about her. No, the fuck I don't. I actually rarely speak about her. But we can make that happen if you want to. I'll go make a Mari fan account if you want. And just post pictures of Mari all day since it bothers her so much that people are sharing the images that she publicly posts online. Matter of fact, I'll create a whole separate podcast. I'll have the Adonis Podcast, which is what I'm on right now. But I'll create a separate podcast called the Mari Podcast. And every single day for the rest of my life, I will say something horrible about Mari and upload it to the internet. You want that? Do you want that, Mari? Because I will go there. There is nothing that I won't do. I don't have a limit. I will go to fucking infinity and beyond to put my enemies in the fucking ground. Metaphorically speaking, obviously. But like, bro, like I have no limits. I don't have any fucking mercy on people. And I do it all with completely avoiding jail time because I'm smart enough to not let my anger control me. I'm smart enough to thrive in the fucking chaos. And I know what is clearly illegal and what is legal. And I use legal methods to strike back at people and expose people. And that's what pisses people off so much. Is because no one has dirt on me. No one can fucking say anything about me because I'm on here telling the straight up truth and exposing people for the truth. Everyone is trying so fucking hard to strike back at me, but they can't. Unless they break the law, which some people have, which in that instance, they're the only ones who get in trouble. Bro, I fucking miss this, bro. Like, you know, Mari says that she wants to talk to the police about me, right? I haven't had a good conversation with a police officer in about 3 fucking months. Bro, it's been 3 months since I've had to talk with a police officer, bro. There was a time period where the police officers were questioning me about different situations every single day. Literally every single day, I would either get a phone call or they would show up at my door and they were asking me questions about situations or they were asking me questions about a report that someone put in. And then it all just stopped out of nowhere. It just stopped like, well, I haven't dialed back the intensity. I haven't stopped podcasting. I haven't stopped talking shit. I don't know what happened to everything. It just stopped. I'm like, where is everybody? What happened? Like, here's the thing. At first it was tiring. This is the thing, bro. At first, it was tiring because every single day I have to put up with some idiot trying to break into my house, and I have to put up with some idiot showing up to my job and trying to get me fired, and I have to put up with another idiot making a fake report, and then the police showed up to my house and they got a bunch of questions for me, and they got my handcuffs out because some chick said that I raped her. And then it all just stopped. And then I realized, I'm like, you know, I'm kind of bored now. Peace is boring. Peace is fucking boring, bro. I need war. I need these people to come after me again so that I can destroy them again. Because every single person that has come after me, I have managed to absolutely obliterate them. There is nothing more that I love than destroying each and every single one of my enemies. Okay, I got a little carried away there. So, Mari says that my entire podcast is about her. Let's see. Okay, so the latest official podcast that I released, this was just last week on Wednesday, episode 49, the movies of 2026. So I was talking about various movies. I was talking about Jurassic World. I've been talking about movies that are upcoming, including the Michael Jackson movie, Avengers Doomsday. Mari was not mentioned in that episode at all. Episode 48, Adonis. That's the episode that Jaden was in where he mentioned that, like, you know, he had ran into her. And Mari claims that she doesn't know me. Once again, liar. So yeah, she was mentioned in that episode, but she wasn't the primary subject. Episode 47, Piers Morgan Uncensored. That was me reviewing the Piers Morgan show in his interview with... He did one interview with Sophie Rain and James Fishback. He did another interview with Clavicular. Nothing to do with Mari. Episode 46, the downfall of Jeff Mack. I was telling of the story about a hypocritical cunt who pulled his own girlfriend's hair, which led to her pressing charges against him, and now he's whining on the internet that women are the problem. Episode 45, the crimes of Clavicular. Yeah, I was talking about the fact that Clavicular regularly admits to taking illegal substances. Matter of fact, he was just recently hospitalized for it, and somehow he doesn't end up in jail for it. What the fuck? Episode 44, Chapel Roan. Yeah, I was talking about Chapel Roan screaming at some 11-year-old kid. It was hilarious. Episode 43, James Fishback. Yep, this was a political debate where I was discussing James Fishback, who is running for governor of Florida. Episode 42 is Social Media Break. Okay, I'm not even going to read these descriptions on all of these, but okay, so we got episode 42, a Social Media Break. Episode 41, Charlie D'Amelio. Episode 40, Scream. That's about the Scream movies. Episode 39, Disagreeing with My Idols. Episode 38, The Adonis Files. Mari might have been mentioned in that one, but she wasn't a primary subject. Episode 37, If Adonis Was a Liberal. Episode 36, Officially Unemployed. Episode 35, The Ultimate Controversy. Episode 34, Am I Sexist? Episode 33, A Spiritual Journey featuring Tyler Savage. Do I need to read out this entire list? Do I need to go back to all the episodes that I've released up until since last year when I started the Adonis Podcast? Bro, almost none of them, not all, but almost none of these episodes are about her. She's so narcissistic. She's so self-centered. She's such a fucking attention whore. She wants everything to be about her. She's so desperate to be important. She wants attention. Everyone, look at me, look at me, look at me. Jesus fucking Christ, it gives me a fucking headache, bro. So, to clarify, when I was talking to Mari about this, I never said, because see, I don't lie, guys. That's Mari's role. Mari tells a bunch of lies to get people to like her because she's a con woman and a snake. I don't lie. My whole brand is about telling the brutal and honest truth, regardless of the cost, regardless of who it pisses off, regardless of the fucking consequences. So I never said that I don't talk about Mari or that I never talk about Mari. What I said to her directly is that I rarely talk about Mari, which is true. This dumb fucking hoe, every single day, this cunt just makes herself look stupider and stupider. So, Mari just stopped talking to me because I fucking clocked her ass again. So now she's having her friends, bro. I've been having people who are friends with Mari DM me non-stop since this morning, they're literally threatening me. So isn't this funny? So she's claiming that I'm threatening her. She's claiming that I'm gonna murder people, all this ironic shit. She's claiming that she's gonna go to the authorities for what crime? I don't know, because I asked her and she still won't fucking tell me. Now she's sending her friends to harass me online and to threaten me online. Let's see what some of them have to say. One person said, "What's your obsession with Mari? Like, this is to the point of creepiness and stoking, like all these girls you post about, you're psychotic. I wonder how your family would feel if they knew their own son is psychotic prick that likes to stoke women. This is why you don't get any girls whatsoever." This guy can't even fucking spell. Alright, next one. Someone said, "Hey, why are you obsessed with Mari? And can you leave her alone, please? She doesn't need you in her life or anything." Bruh, I've been leaving her alone. She reached out to me. I texted her back. She stopped texting me after I fucking clocked her ass. I haven't spoken to her since last night. Like, bro, everyone's like, "Oh, leave Mari alone." I haven't spoken directly to that woman in over a year. I've mentioned her on occasion. I haven't fucking spoken to her. She reached out to me about a situation that she started. She's trying to play the victim card here to save herself, and alas, desperate gasp for air because she's drowning. I've left her alone since last night. I spoke to her briefly last night. I've left her the fuck alone. Now she's sending her friends to tell me, leave her alone. That's exactly what I'm doing. That is exactly what I'm fucking doing. Alright, someone else texted me 3 fucking times. Why are you obsessed with Mari so much? I'm telling you once, leave Mari alone. I don't play when it comes to her. And I take that seriously. You're moving weird and it needs to stop now. Don't make this something bigger than it has to be. Just respect what I'm saying and keep your distance. Funny how you quick to text her back, but when it's a guy, you go silent. That's a weak move. Most of these texts are from guys. There's literally like one girl that texted me and the rest are all guys. And most of them have threatened me. I'm noticing a common thread with the men that Mari chooses to associate herself with, like Alex, is they like to threaten me. And they make threats that go nowhere, that are ultimately only going to get themselves in trouble. Once again, you're trying to hurt me. You're only... Like, bro, I am ultimate. I am fucking ultimate. You can't fucking hurt me. You can't fucking stop me. You will try and you will fail. Because I am ultimately ultimate. You cannot defeat me. Because I don't accept defeat. I do not accept pain. I do not accept fear. I don't fear anybody. Pain is nothing but an illusion designed by the Matrix to keep you boxed in. Fear is nothing but a fucking illusion designed to keep you entrapped and enslaved to the rules of society. I don't play those fucking games. You can't beat me. So, in regards to his last remark, funny how you're quick to text her back, but when it's a guy, you go silent. Alright, so when he texted me this, I didn't even realize that he had texted me because I was asleep. My sleep schedule is very different from anyone else's because I'm awake all night and I sleep randomly at a random time during the day. So depending on what I have going on during that day, depends on when I'm asleep. So while y'all are up at work and whatnot, I might be asleep for like a couple hours. And then when y'all are asleep, what's the average bedtime? Like if you're like in your middle age to old, so I think people go to bed at like 10. If you're like in my age group, I think people go to bed at like maybe 12. Yeah, I'm up between the hours of like 9 and 6. I didn't go to bed this morning until 9 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I was knocked the fuck out when he texted me this. I didn't see this. Now, why am I not bothering to text him back? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because this situation has nothing to do with him. And it's about Mari. This is between me and Mari. This is not between me and anyone else. This is the thing. Mari's so fucking weak that when we did that live stream together, she had to get 2 other guys. Funny how all these feminist women say, oh, I don't need a man to defend me. Then they get other guys to defend her from another guy. So you needed 2 other guys to stick up for her in that live stream. And she still failed. She's sending guys after me now. And she's still fucking failing. Someone else, another guy, said, hello, sir. I found a pretty big problem with your ass at the moment. I know where you work at, and I've seen your ass before. I know who you're friends with. I know who you talk about, and I know what your beliefs are. Okay, I guess some of this is true, because, I mean, I post about my beliefs and shit on the internet, so yeah, you would know. Cut the bullshit coming out of your retarded bitch ass if you want to keep talking during your podcast about raping women. I talk about that. The fuck? And masturbating while also complaining about other men. Keep doing that shit, bro. Keep doing that shit. Otherwise, I'll come to Whataburger and I can handle that shit for you. I don't know why you decided on Whataburger of all places. But okay, this guy is Lando. Anyone know this guy? He's currently living at FSU. Lando. Anyone know him? It seems that he's friends with a few people that I used to be friends with. Only God can judge me. Oh my God. Why is it always people with God in their bio that turn out to be the nastiest motherfuckers in all of existence? Only God can judge me. Well, God is certainly judging you for going out of your way to threaten me. So I don't know if this guy just decided to randomly threaten me, or if he has some sort of tie to Mari's circle, if he's one of Mari's friends. So Mari has multiple guys texting me. So that means that Mari is entertaining, whether it's sexually or just as on a friendship level. Mari is entertaining multiple men. You know what that means? That means that she's a fucking whore. All these guys are trying to come after me. All these guys are trying to defend their little angel. For what? So they can get their dick sucked? So they can share the same bitch? Bro, there's plenty of hoes in Miami who will do that shit without bringing you a bunch of drama. Just go fucking to Miami or Fort Lauderdale or something. Just come with me to Miami. You can have all the hoes you want, and you can leave Mari in the fucking dust. Alright, so, if I get murdered in Miami, here's my message to the authorities. If I get murdered in Miami, go after Alex, because he's primary suspect number one. If I get murdered in Tallahassee, go after Lando, because he is primary subject number one. I've been threatened by many people throughout the years in Tallahassee, but right now Lando is the last person that I know of that lives in Tallahassee that's threatened me. So if in Miami and I get murdered, go after Alex. If I'm in Miami and if I'm in Tallahassee and I get murdered, go after Lando. But I doubt that's going to happen, because if Lando does come after me like he said he's going to, I'll just shoot him in the fucking head. Is it really worth your life, dude? Do you really want to beat me up so that you can end up in the fucking morgue? Oh, you can't do that, you're gonna go to jail. It's self-defense. If someone walks up to you with the intention to hurt you, and they die in the process, it's literally self-defense. So it's so funny, bro. This is honestly so fucking entertaining. Mari's making herself look like a bigger idiot by the second, trying so hard to make me look bad, to make it seem like I'm the bad guy. So hang on. You want to get me arrested, so far you said, for making threats. I haven't made any threats towards you. For talking about you, that's not illegal. For jerking off, that's not illegal. For saying I was gonna murder people, I never said that. It's called the jerk-off list, not the murder list. And now, I've continued not mentioning her, not tagging her or anything. I've continued not going out of my way to talk to her or anything of that nature. And she won't grow up and try to talk to me herself, because the DMs are still open. I haven't blocked her. She can text me if she wants to, but she won't, because she knows I'll just clock her ass. So she's running to a big, strong man. I'm an independent woman, and I can take care of myself. Unless I can't win a fight against Adonis, let me go get my whole roster of men that I keep around in case my vibrator's not fucking working. Let me get them to handle the situation. Bunch of fucking buffoons, bro. Do you really expect me to take any of you seriously? This is a fucking comedy show. Give me a sec. I'm getting another important message. People have been messaging me about this Mari situation non-stop. I kind of miss this. I kind of miss destroying my enemies with simply the ultimate truth. Everyone tries so hard to destroy me with all these different methods, and I just show up with a truth bomb and nuke them all out. And let me point out one final thing about Mari, dude, is she is a fucking dumbass for trying to say that, let's get on her live stream and we can sort this out. So Jaden was correct when he said that Mari had unblocked me because she wanted me to jump in her live stream so that she could get her viewers back up. Because now she's literally inviting me onto her live stream again so that we can handle this. Number one, I'm not going to do that because I know she's just going to pull the same crap that she did last time where she's going to mute she's going to mute my mic or kick me out so that I cannot properly defend myself so that she can get the upper hand. She's probably the reason why she's so pissed off is because she did that last time. She gave herself the upper hand. And she still failed because she's a fucking failure. Mari, you are a fucking failure. Here's the other thing. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't hop on TikTok very often. I actually don't do live streaming on TikTok at all because TikTok's very sensitive. So TikTok censors everything. Most of my content goes on like Kick or Twitter or Instagram because they actually support our First Amendment and they don't just take down your shit for no reason. TikTok does not support the freedom of speech and they'll ban you for literally anything. So people have to basically walk on eggshells when they're on TikTok. I got banned from a TikTok live stream because I was live streaming an episode of the Adonis Podcast and I was doing the episode where I was talking about the Scream movies. And I wasn't using like any vulgar language. I was simply describing a lot of the movies and a lot of the characters. And I was specifically talking about some of the characters that I liked less than others. And TikTok banned me from doing live streams because they claimed that it was bullying and harassment. How the fuck can you bully or harass a character that doesn't even exist in the real world? What the actual flying fuck? And so while I am now unbanned from doing TikTok live streams, I don't go on TikTok live streams. It's ridiculous. Here's the thing. If I were to hop on Mari's live stream right now and sort this out with her, I wouldn't hold back. I would talk the same way that I'm talking here, maybe even more intense. So she would almost certainly get banned if she invited me onto her live stream to sort this out. See, before when I was on her live stream, I was actually very careful not to say anything that could get her banned. I was actually holding back a lot. Like, I even said to her at one point, because she, like, put me on the stand. Like, she was like, okay, like, I want you to talk what you have to say. This was before I realized, like, when I joined her live stream, I could tell because she kept smiling suspiciously. I could tell that she was up to something, but I didn't know exactly what it was. I was trying to figure it out. So she winds my screen. She's like, yo, let's hold you to the stand. What do you have to say? And I'm like, yo, what's up? I'm like, well, what do you want me to talk about? Like, I just have a natural way of speaking that even when I'm not angry, I speak in a very, like, what's the word for you? I don't want to say necessarily aggressive, but I use profanities and I say vulgar language. Like, it's not even intentional. It's just the way I talk to people. Like, that's why I don't go on TikTok that much. Because if I do that, I'm just going to get banned. So what's even the point of doing that? So I still post on TikTok, but it's very rarely. I don't do live streams because I'll get banned for anything. So Mari's like, okay, well, what do you have to say? I'm like, well, what can I fucking talk about? I can't talk about politics. I can't talk about any beliefs. I can't talk about anything that I usually talk about because I'm not some chick who just sits around talking about makeup and hair products. I'm a man that pisses people off. So I'm genuinely sitting there. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. And I said to Mari, you do realize that I have the capability of saying things that will get you banned, right? And I wasn't saying that to threaten her. I was basically like, hey, I was basically just warning her, like, hey, I can't really talk on here. So why are you putting me on the stand? But back then, I was cooler with Mari than I am now. Like, back then, don't get me wrong. I always knew that she was, a fake person or whatever. but I didn't really have anything against her. I didn't have a reason to hate her. I didn't have a reason to have anything against her and whatnot. I wasn't going to go out of my way to get her banned when she had done nothing to me. Now that she's repeatedly spread lies and defamation and is repeatedly trying to make me look bad for her own narrative, oh, you better believe I'm going to get her ass banned if we hop on that live stream. We'll probably both get banned, because my account will definitely get banned. But I don't care. I'll take us both down. I don't fucking care. And see, if Mari took a moment to think about that, she would have realized that, but she's so clouded by her anger that her judgment has completely failed her. She's not failing. She should be thanking me for not hopping on her live stream, because her anger is completely clouding her judgment. It's like driving at night in the middle of a tornado without your headlights on. That's basically what she's doing right now. She's so angry. She's got this storm brewing up inside her head. And she doesn't even have a fucking flashlight so that she can see where she's going. So she's attacking, she's swinging, right? She's swinging. And all her hits are missing. It's like she's fighting a fucking ghost. I'm not hopping on her live stream. She's just gonna do another humiliation ritual, and she's gonna try to clickbait for views. I'm not entertaining her little circus. The only solution to this would be if Mari hopped on my podcast instead. Let me just throw this out there. Okay, you know my whole brand is about telling the truth and being truthful and whatnot. Guys, I'm not a snake. If I have a problem with someone, I say it to their face, or if I can't say it to their face, I at least announce it publicly. It's honor. It's respect. If you're going to talk shit about somebody, if you have a problem with somebody, it's better you just say it publicly than trying to sneak around behind their back. I'm not a fucking rodent like Mari. I don't operate that way. So, if Mari were to hop on my podcast, which I highly doubt she ever would, I wouldn't turn off her microphone or kick her out. I would let her, I'd give her full access to say what she wants to say. But the reason why it has to be on my podcast instead of her live stream is because, number one, on my platform, it's truly uncensored and I can say whatever the fuck I want to. And I don't have to worry about TikTok banning my ass. But number two, now I'm the one who has the advantage. See, she wants the advantage so that she can mute my microphone and shut me the hell up. I want the advantage so that I can let her talk herself into oblivion. But she'll never join my podcast because she's a fucking coward. Okay, so I think we're all caught up on the Mari situation. Going up next, I want to talk about the other influencer who's coming after me right now. Her name is Sally Grace. So, let's see if I could just pull up the video. Okay, so I made this video that got re-clipped. Oh, wait a minute. I might be mistaken, but I think Sally Grace just deleted the video that she posted about me. Because I can't find it on Instagram. That's fine, though. I have a recording of it somewhere. Where the fuck is it? Fuck. Okay, it's not there. Where the fuck is it? Someone has it, I know. Where the fuck? Here it is. Found it.
I
I've spoken about this girl before. Her name is Sally Grace. She's an internet hoe who claims that I'm proof that you can roll a following without pointing your ass at the camera. And she claims that she's trying to reverse what Kim Kardashian did to this generation. That hoe is exactly like Kim Kardashian, just blonde. So there's literally no difference. The only difference is age and hair color.
Yeah, so she basically posted that to her timeline saying that, oh, just admit that you're a fan, haters gonna hate, and then there were like people in her comments saying that like, oh, people will hate you because they ain't you. So let's recap. I don't hate Sally Grace. I'm simply calling her out for her stupidity because what I said in that video is true. She regularly brags about how, oh, I'm proof that you can get a following without putting your ass in the camera, without dressing in a way that shows off your body, and then she does literally exactly that. She's very hypocritical. So I'm just calling out her hypocrisy. That's what I do on this podcast, is I call out people who are liars and I drop truth bombs. That's what I fucking do. So anyway, so she's like, oh, just say you're a fan. Here's the thing. So I'm calling her out and I'm like, yeah, she's basically just an Instagram hoe. Like, she dresses scandalously and whatnot and then claims that she's proof that, what I said earlier. And then she shows a video of herself, like, running around, shooting guns, and running around in, like, a fucking sports bra and tight-ass gym shorts saying, oh, just admit you're a fan, bro. And people in the comments are like... So, to be fair, most of the people in the comments actually defended me. People actually called her out for not tagging me. This is what I was talking about earlier. People called her out. They said, so why don't you tag him? I think what happened is she didn't want me to see it. She kind of just wanted to shit-talk me for views and hope that I never saw it. So, dude, I open Instagram, right? And I swipe to the right to go to Reels. And I see my face. And I recognize the account. I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't my account. What is this? And I see that it's Sally Grace. And I'm like, oh, shit, Sally Grace is clapping back. Okay, and let's see what she has to say. So in this video, I said that, okay, so you say you don't need to dress scandalously for a following, yet you do exactly this. Then when she said, oh, Justin, make her a fan, bro, she's literally wearing a sports bra and booty shorts. Oh, you've proved my fucking point, bitch. And people in the comments, most of the people in the comments were defending me, and they were saying, he's actually 100% in the right. You made yourself look stupid by posting that video. That must be why she deleted it, because she probably got clowned on too much. There were a few loyal fans who were like, oh, yeah, he's such a hater. People love to spread negativity. I'm not trying to spread negativity, guys. I'm trying to spread truth. And yeah, haters gonna hate, he hates you because he ain't you. Bruh, I will never wish in a million years to be anything like Sally Grace. First of all, Sally is a pick-me girl. She's constantly dressing slutty, and she's playing football with the guys, and she's shooting guns with the guys, and she's driving monster trucks and all these manly activities. Oh, I'm athletic. No, you're not athletic. You're a fucking hoe and a pick-me girl. You want male attention so bad, you figure, oh, well, if I look attractive and I just partake in in their activities and do what they like to do, they'll like me for it. You're a fucking pick-me girl. You're a fucking whore. And dude, the other day I saw a video of her blowing snot. So she's sitting in the skate park, right? And she's recording herself blowing out snot from her fucking nose onto the fucking ground. I'm like, bro, what the hell? I'm like, bro, this is absolutely disgusting. Like, that's not ladylike at all. That's what I don't like about Sally Grace. It's not the fact that, she's into sports or whatever. Like, if you're a girl and you like sports or whatever, that's fine. It's the fact that Sally Grace is not ladylike at all. She does a lot of disgusting shit. I don't want to hang out with a girl who's blowing snot onto the ground. I wouldn't even hang out with a guy who's doing that. If I'm hanging out with one of my guy friends and he starts blowing snot, especially if he starts recording himself for our Instagram views, bruh, I am not fucking hanging out with you. Like, I'm sorry, our friendship's over. You're a degenerate cunt. I don't want to be around that shit. That is absolutely disgusting. Where are your fucking manners, bro? So no, I don't want to be like Sally Grace. I don't dream to be anything like Sally Grace in a million years. I don't care how famous she gets, or if she's more popular than me, or if she has more money than me. She's a fucking degenerate cunt. If I woke up tomorrow in Sally Grace's body, the first thing I would do is get a rope and find a tree. Then I would get gasoline and a box of matches, and I would light myself on fire while hanging myself at the same time, and I would enjoy my pain and suffering. So yeah, Sally Grace is a fucking klutz and another fucking clown, bro. Maybe, she should team up with Mari since they're both liars, since they're both egotistical, since they're both narcissistic, since they're both attention whores, desperate for attention. Mari's like, oh, I'm gonna get a restraining order on you, and then if you violate it, you're gonna go to jail. Here's your pacifier, bitch. Here's your pacifier, little Mari. You want to know why we call her little Mari? Number one is because she's fucking small. Number two is because she acts like a fucking baby. So now you've basically admitted that I haven't committed a crime against you. So now you're basing it off of what ifs. Well, if I get a restraining order and if you violate said restraining order, then you could go to jail. Well, you can't press charges on me because of what ifs. You can't get a restraining order because of what ifs. Bitch, you're in your mid-fucking 20s. You live with your fucking mother still. What a horrible person that is, by the way, your mother is, because it's very obvious that she did not raise you. It's very obvious that she doesn't fucking care about you. That's why your father left you. That's why you grew up without a father. That's why your mother lets you sit at home and brain rot all day and she hasn't kicked you out of the house. Because your mother is a horrible parent who doesn't fucking care about her own goddamn kid. Give me 1 second. I gotta talk to someone real quick. Sorry guys, it's kind of inconvenient. I don't mind it, but someone is texting me some important shit while I'm on the podcast. I mean, give me just a second. Go ahead and waste your time filing that restraining order. Because, bro, if I saw Mari walking down the street and Mari came up to me, the first thing I would do is fucking vomit all over her pathetic, ugly ass. Bro, she's got fucking wrinkles forming on her face because she's so miserable all the time. She's in her mid-20s now. By the time she's 30, she's gotta look like she's fucking 50. So, anyway, I think that wraps it up for today, but give me a second. I'm gonna see if my friend wants to say something about this before I go. If he doesn't pick up, I'ma just end the stream.
Your call has been...
Okay. He is not picking up, but I'm sure he's gonna have something to say about this later. Alright, everyone. That's gonna be it for today. Thanks for joining. This is the Adonis Podcast.